This is KGW News at noon.
Governor Kate Brown is making national and international news after commuting the sentences of all 17 inmates on Oregon's death row. Hello, I'm Brenda Braxton. The governor's announcement came down yesterday afternoon. KGW's Alma McCarty looks at the history of the death penalty here and how Oregonians feel about it now.
In Oregon, capital punishment is legal. However, it's been years since a state-sanctioned execution, and since then, the death penalty has been further curtailed. Former Governor John Kitzhaber imposed a moratorium in 2011, which was continued in 2015 by Governor Kate Brown. Then, a law passed in 2019 reduced the circumstances in which a death sentence can be imposed.
This is the path that Oregon has been on for the last several years.
Now, as she prepares to leave office, Governor Brown will grant the 17 death row inmates clemency, commuting their sentences to life in prison without the possibility of parole. KGW's Pat Doris spoke with her this week.
I believe that there are many Oregonians that share my values, that it is inequitable, immoral, and doesn't make sense for the state to take a life, particularly when it is irreversible.
Many, like the Oregon Justice Resource Center, applaud the governor's actions, calling the death penalty a failed policy. The nonprofit's executive director writing, "Governor Brown made the right choice for Oregon in commuting these death sentences. The facts point toward one conclusion. It's past time for Oregon to end the use of capital punishment." Others are against the move.
Essentially, what the state of Oregon is doing is betraying the moral contract it has with all of its citizens.
Joshua Marquis was the district attorney for Clatsop County for 25 years until 2018. He believes any actions such as this should be up to voters to decide. Portland-based DHM Research surveyed Oregonians over the years, finding many are in support of the death penalty. Their most recent poll from January 2021 showed 28% surveyed strongly support and 33% somewhat support the death penalty for people convicted of murder.
I have been prosecuting murder cases for over 30 years. I have only sought the death penalty in one. And that's generally the way it works. It is a rare penalty that is and should be rarely used, only in the most vicious and heinous crimes.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
All this means that none of Oregon's current death row inmates can be executed, even if a future governor ended the moratorium. And Governor-elect Tina Kotek says she plans to keep it in place. We do have the full list of those 17 prisoners on KGW.com.
We're hurting, and right now our focus for Catherine is to find Jose and bring justice to her, for her and for her children.
The family of Catherine Mulback is pleading for her boyfriend to turn himself in. He's accused of killing her. Her body was found in Powell Butte Nature Park last Friday. Catherine's sister, who you just heard from, told us her family had recently started seeing red flags that the couple's relationship was what they call unhealthy. Here's the man they're talking about, 43-year-old Jose Caraballo. We have a photo showing his distinctive tattoos. Authorities say he has family connections in Oregon, California, and Mexico. Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,500 reward for information leading to his arrest. A GoFundMe to help support Mulback's 2 young children has now raised about $6,000. This afternoon, a family is grieving the loss of their pets and their home. Just after 8 o'clock Monday night, firefighter Brandon Miller responded to his own home in La Center after it went up in flames. Investigators don't know yet how the fire started, but Brandon's wife and 4 kids are safe. Unfortunately, their 2 dogs and 2 cats were lost in the fire, along with everything else, including their Christmas presents.
It's pretty surreal to be one of the responders that responds on your own emergency at your own home and be completely helpless. Well, the main thing is our family is safe and we're all together. So Just take it day by day. That's all we can do.
Loved ones started a GoFundMe account to help Brandon and his family. We've posted a link on KGW.com. So far, they've raised almost $25,000. Starting next month, Washington will have the highest minimum wage in the country. It'll be $15.74 an hour. It's currently $14.49. Washington law ties the minimum wage to the Consumer Price Index. That means it's based on the cost of housing, food, and medical care, among other things. But some small businesses worry about how much more they're going to have to pay their employees and charge their customers.
It's hard to hire a bunch of kids when you're paying them as much as you do. Because if you're paying your minimum wage people $15, what do you pay the rest? Everything's got to go up.
The increase will apply to workers 16 and older. 14 and 15-year-olds can make 85% of that, which adds up to $13.38 an hour. Okay, Rod is in the Weather Center this noon, but he's going to take us outside for a little sky cam tour. Show us what you're seeing.
Well, I'm looking out the window, but you can't see me looking out the window on TV, but I am. And over at Portland downtown, those low clouds are starting to thin a little bit. A lot of the area is just sunny. It's cleared up over Timberline. I zoomed into the snowfield just in back of the lodge because these folks have been having fun with their little one playing in the snow right there. 68 inches on the ground. And get this, it's 36 up at the lodge with light winds and clear skies today. And it is just as clear blue over in Cannon Beach. Our live camera showing 46 degrees, upper 40s expected at the beach today for very nice weather there. It's been partly cloudy for the last couple of hours over Stoller Family Vineyards Estate and the vineyard on the hill there down in Dayton. So that looks great, and starting to clear out of the clouds here in Portland and up into Vancouver as well. So that's over the Interstate Bridge from the camera at Pearson Airfield this afternoon. So right now confidence is very high that everybody gets at least some sun this afternoon. Right now we're at 42. I have Portland 43, 44 for a high temperature. Coming up, the models that came in this morning still show signs of cold Arctic air to start next week. Cold Arctic air that could mix with moisture. That would be snow. That's coming up in my 7-day.
Can't wait to hear more. Thank you, Rod. Now to an update on the legal battle involving Oregon's new gun control law. Measure 114 is on hold and in court with gun groups challenging the restrictions. Yesterday, a judge in Harney County ruled the restraining order can stay in place until the state gets its new system up and running to issue permits to gun buyers. In the meantime, one gun shop owner testified about another provision of Measure 114. It bans magazines holding more than 10 rounds. He said he wouldn't be able to sell handguns because many of them can easily be tampered with to hold more than 10 rounds.
How would that work? You just drill the rivet out. It's simple. I mean, you could do it potentially even with a pocket knife. Those rivets are aluminum, and you can just scratch it out of there with a pocket knife. And with a hand drill, it takes less than 3 seconds.
The judge said he'll rule this Friday on banning magazines with more than 10 rounds of ammunition.